Hi, I'm back. Well, kind of. So, genuinely on paper, WrestleMania 42 is one of the greatest cards ever put pen to paper. Oba versus Brock, Punk versus Roman, Cody versus Randy Orton. Before this fucking happened, it's great. It's genuinely top tier, top 3 WrestleMania cards of all time. However, given the way they build matches, it does not fill me with confidence that WWE will stick the landing with these matches. So I thought, let's come back to the channel and let's actually try to book it better than Triple H, because God knows it's not actually that hard right now. If this was 2024, this would have been much harder, but 2026 Triple H is not untouchable, so let me touch him then. Not sound good. So let me try to book it better than him, and let me try to book WrestleMania 42 the way it should happen. Okay, it is important to note though that as of today, they have announced a total of 13 matches for the both nights, and today is the 7th of April, so if they do end up adding more matches, just think of what will happen in your mind. But I will be adding one more match to night 2, as it currently has 6 matches, and I think 7 on both nights will be better. And also, I'm just gonna change up the structure of how they've booked it. Like, they have given, okay, this is going to be the first match, this is second, this is the main event. I'm just going to change it and do what I think would be better, because I don't like the way they've done it. So the first match, or let's just say the first sound of the first night of WrestleMania will be, if they have nothing good for him to do, let him come out and have the biggest ovation of WrestleMania, because let's face it, he is fucking over. And LA Knight comes out, then you can do the whole yeet thing with the Usos, and then IShowSpeed can come out, and you can say, oh, WrestleMania starts with the biggest influences in the world. Logan Paul comes out of nowhere for a fucking reason, and Austin Theory also comes out to absolutely no reaction. Now, this match, I have no idea why Speed is in this. It would have made much more sense if he wasn't, and if there was actually new members being recruited into the division. But I guess the celebrity inclusion makes sense for WrestleMania, but also, like, I don't get how that's gonna work. Anyway, in this match, it's pretty simple. The good guys are definitely gonna win. I'm not gonna have Logan Paul and IShowSpeed win against the fucking Usos and LA Knight at WrestleMania. That is not gonna happen. The way I would do it though is Logan gets hit with a frog splash from one of the Usos, the other hits Theory with another. Speed is in the ring, he's trying to see what to do, turns around into the BFT. LA Knight pins IShowSpeed to win the first match in the first night of WrestleMania, baby. Woo! Next up, Seth Rollins comes out to face Gunther. Now, in this match, there is zero reason in hell that Gunther should lose. Gunther should 100% win, and it can be through not completely fair means. During the end of the match, Seth is getting ready for a curb stomp, while the referee is down, as well as Gunther is down, and a masked vigilante enters the ring and spears the shit out of Seth Rollins before going out of the ring. And then Gunther wakes up, capitalizes, puts Seth in the sleeper hold, who passes out, and this is how Gunther wins. Of course, outside the ring, the masked guy takes off his mask to show that it is indeed Braun motherfucking Breaker. So yeah, Breaker's back. That's gonna be the feud leading into the next 2 pay-per-views before Gunther properly takes care of Seth Rollins and becomes the next big thing in WWE, because I think he does have the potential, but he should be involved in some way in the match, I would honestly say. So that can be how he does that. Also, eventually, this can lead to a Gunther and Braun Breaker feud, because Braun Breaker helped Gunther win. Gunther did not ask for Braun Breaker's help. He feels like he got cheated out of fairly beating Seth Rollins. So I think this will be pretty cool. This match, as stupid as it sounds on paper, of course, it's Seth Rollins and Gunther, is gonna be fucking great. Next up, Fatu versus Drew McIntyre in an unsanctioned match. Now, everybody knows this is gonna be fucking stellar. Probably the match of the night, if not match of WrestleMania weekend. One thing I would do is I would put over Drew McIntyre. Now, why? Because I don't think Jacob Fatu needs the win right now, and Drew 100% does. He won the WWE Championship not too far ago, but he was made to look like a fucking idiot the entire reign. He won because Cody wanted to win it back. on the way to WrestleMania, which honestly does not make sense. I don't think it's Cody's decision, but also that's how it came out, and I just don't like it. I think Drew should win this, and eventually we should go ahead and see Fatu feud with whoever attacked him, which should be this fucking snake right over here. But even if it isn't, even if it is someone like, I don't know, Zayn or something, that makes it the feud that Fatu should win. This match in the middle, he can lose. It's an unsanctioned match, so technically it does not even count. Drew McIntyre needs this win, and you can have Drew Claymore, Braun Breaker through the ring ropes into like a barbed wire table. I know it's getting into deathmatch territory, especially with this sounding like there's an AEW match, but I think since it's unsanctioned, you do need to do something cool, and that would be pretty cool. He pins Jacob Fatu and he wins WrestleMania match, and then he can go ahead to film his movie or something, but I think he needs this win. Now, if he actually is going to go for the movie right after Mania, you can give the win to Jacob Fatu, but in my booking, I would give it to the Scottish psychopath Drew McIntyre. Next up, in a match that I have a lot of problems with, is going to be the Women's Tag Team Championship being defended as the Irresistible Forces take on Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair and Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. And I forgot the last two. Who the fuck was it? No wonder I forgot them. Is the fucking Bella Twins. Now, I genuinely think they have such a better opportunity on hand. This one of the best tag team women's match of all time with the Irresistible Forces. I understand why the horse is the big person. Okay, I understand. Charlotte and Alexa, great. Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, great. And instead of the Bellas, Io Sky and Asuka, or the fucking Kabuki Warriors, even Io Sky and Kairi Sane. Why the fuck not? And also, if you want to make this the best tag team match of all time, potentially, you would put Charlotte and Alexa versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria versus Io and Rhea versus the Kabuki Warriors. That, in a TLC match, would have been the absolute game changer, and without a shadow of a doubt, this would have absolutely been match of the night. But right now, as it stands with the Bella's inclusion, I think this will be just fine. Just fine. And I'm okay with anyone winning as long as it's not the fucking Bellas, but I would actually give the titles to Charlotte and Alexa because I am invested in the story. I think them having the championship is actually kind of cute, as they did not even split up during the Rumble, which was, given everything we know about the fucking Rumble, that's actually incredible. And the fact that they are still together even though they tried to eliminate each other at points, and also Alexa not getting revenge on Charlotte for technically eliminating her and Charlotte actually being sorry about it. I think a slow build to maybe 6-7 months down the line to them actually splitting, Alexa turning on Charlotte will be great. I don't want Lyra Valkyria and Bayley to win because I think the story works if they don't, but I can't see them winning. I would probably bet on them winning, but it's fine either way. And yeah, the Irresistible Forces are great. I would have them in the tag division for a long time because they're awesome, and eventually that feud will be great. Lash Legend is definitely a legend in the making, pun absolutely intended. And yeah, the Bellas are there, and I have no reason to understand why. Anyway, yeah, Charlotte and Alexa win. As Charlotte is carrying her championship to the back, as she's going through the ramp, Becky Lynch's music hit, and they have a little stare down in the middle, just sowing seed for some future stuff. And the next match, as you can guess, is gonna be Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee. So I'm kind of torn on this, but either way, if Becky wins, it should not be fairly won. But if AJ wins, it should 100% be that Becky lost because of her own, her own ego, or she trying to cheat and gets caught. And in the Carfunkel, the AJ takes advantage of it, does not cheat, but takes advantage of that and wins. I think that would be the best way to do it. And this is how I would do it if AJ was winning, in which in my fantasy prediction is. So Becky is going for a manhandle slam on the title to try to cheat to win. However, AJ, instead of being attacked by the manhandle slam, she goes in and wraps Becky Lynch around into the Black Widow, which eventually makes Becky tap out. AJ Lee can win on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania, with her title, and I think that would be pretty swell. Thank you for everything she has done for Women's Championship and Women's Wrestling for the, years that she had been there. And yeah, I think Becky can eventually win the title in let's say a month's time if she wants to, and that would be great. But give the WrestleMania moment to AJ, and that is my book. Hey, second to last match on the card, and this one is a doozy because this is Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. Now, some of you might be thinking, this should main event WrestleMania, right? This should have main evented night 2 of WrestleMania, and technically you're right. Until the segment on SmackDown, which soured me on it so much that I'm not even gonna give it the night 1 main event in my fantasy. It's so bad. I know it's not Hunter who made the call, it's Ari Manuel, but at the same time, I don't care. I'm a viewer who was insulted, and no matter how much the 2 world champions go ahead and cut, heroic promos against the system, you too are being paid by the fucking system, and more importantly, you're the world champions of the fucking system. It doesn't make sense for you to go and be like, rah, 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 rah. It doesn't make sense. Both of you are part of it, and as much as you can try to politic your way out of everything, you cannot. So, for that reason, since the angle was absolutely dog shit, I'm gonna have them semi-main event and not main event night 1. Speaking of which, who should win? Of course it should be Randy. And let's just say Randy connects with the punt kick to Cody after the match as a like, holy shit, what just happened moment. And Pat can come out and celebrate with Randy if he wants, but in my humble booking, Randy just RKOs Pat McAfee after the match and also hits Pat with a punt. I think that would be great. I have no idea why. I'm not trying to book my way out of this. I just think it's cool. Yeah, Randy's winning. Let's just have him win. Let's have him cheat to win. Why not? Let Pat help him to win, and then Randy's like, I did not need help. RKO, punt, I don't know. Just get Pat McAfee off my screen, please. Thank you. Final match. Event of night 1 of WrestleMania 42. Liv Morgan versus Kerr. Now, I think it's undeniable that Cody and Randy are going to main event, but after the absolute dog shit segment, I think it's better if the women do main event, and this build has been janky at times, honestly, but I think it actually worked. I'm actually invested in this to some extent, I should say. It's not the best build, it's far from the worst build, and yeah, Liv's coronation, main eventing WrestleMania, I think it's cool. Yeah, Liv should 100% win, but how does she win? Well, let's just say it's Judgment Day shenanigans. Of course, Judgment Day shenanigans. Of course it is. So, one thing I would do is Roxanne and Raquel come out to help Liv, but the referee catches them trying to cheat, so hit the hoi 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 out of the arena, and then it looks like, oh my god, Liv is going to lose. Stephanie is setting her up for the her finisher, which I don't know in this scenario, I actually don't know. Anyway, but who trips her up in the middle of the ring? A hooded figure who actually obviously is Dominic motherfucking Mysterio. Liv Morgan takes advantage of that, hits the Oblivion for the win, and yeah, she's the new women's world and headlined and won at WrestleMania, and then she and Dirty Dom can kiss in the middle of the ring, which is horrible and also fucking awesome. What a way to wrap up WrestleMania Night 1. So yeah, that's my booking of WrestleMania. Let me know if you liked it, let me know if you didn't, what you would do differently. I'm technically back. I think I have a couple of ideas I want to do, and if you have any ideas, do share it with me too. I'll be doing Night 2, obviously. More importantly, without a shadow of a doubt, I will be doing John Cena's fucking retirement, because it was so bad. It annoys me to even say that. Yes, I'll be doing that, and after that I have some other ideas as well. So let me know if you want to see all of those, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.